The initiation schools, and of course it is initiation season at this time. When I joined via Zoom by the President for the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa, Kgoshi Mathupa Mokoena. A very good afternoon to Kgoshi Mokoena. Thanks very much for joining us here on SABC News this afternoon.
Thanks very much, Flo, and thanks for having me.
We're reading about the Eastern Cape, where 9 initiates have died since the start of the winter season and the initiation season. Of course, we're hearing that we should commend the fact that there's a decrease compared to previous season, where there were 50 initiates who died. But I fail to understand why we should applaud that. I mean, one death is one too many at these initiation schools. Are we ever going to get to the bottom of this and in fact reach a point where we see 0 deaths like the case is in the Northwest?
A very good point, Flo. The very same complaint that we had before, all these deaths that we're talking about now happened at an illegal initiation school. And we want to thank the Department of Culture in the Eastern Cape, because immediately this thing happened, they reported to the police, and Contralesa leadership as well reported this matter to the police so that they take action to those owners of those schools. And as you said, one death is one death too many. We are so concerned and worried about these deaths, because these boys went there to learn, not to come back being cops. Yeah. We are so worried, like any other person, Flo.
Yeah, Kgoshi, this issue of illegal initiation schools, and I mean, I think you'll have to pardon my ignorance if there is any at this point. Where are the parents, and why are they sending their children to illegal initiation schools? Why do they not know which are the legal ones and which aren't? I mean, it's a community, surely the community know at this point, as having in the past, having sent their own children, which are the places you should send your children and where you should not. Why is it still at this point an issue, this story of illegal initiation schools?
I don't blame you, Flo, for raising this so sharply. And it is the gospel truth what we are saying. We've been saying to parents, please make sure that when you get to that school, check first whether the principal or the owner of the school has got any documentation or any permit that allows him or her to have that school. Unfortunately, our parents, I don't know, out of ignorance or out of excitement, I don't know what to call it, the flow, but they're still taking their kids there. All those who died at OR Tambo region, many of those initiation schools, of those initiates who died, they are from those illegal initiation schools. And they didn't just run there. It is parents who took them there. Now, the question is, as a parent, you take your child to a school where you know or are knowing that it is illegal. Why don't you ask for permit or anything? Because those kids had to go through screening. Yeah. After being screened, you check whether the doctor has also checked them. And that's a process that it's normal. It had to be done by both the parents, the initiates, and even the Department of Health. But all those did not happen, Flo. Yeah. We are as surprised as you are, but how can our parents do such careless act? Look, now they have lost their innocent kids who went to the school to learn. Those poor kids are innocent. But as a parent, I know that I'm not supposed to take my kids to that school because it is illegal.
Yeah.
Flo.
Kgoshi, as I mentioned, in the Northwest, in fact, some of the parents there were applauding the initiation process there in the initiation schools. And I think I heard one comment saying that, in the Northwest, they've had flawless initiation training in that province. Maybe we should look then at what they are doing right, that perhaps that message can be filtered on to provinces where, like the Eastern Cape, where I know, year after year, I'm reporting on the fact that they've been deaths. Perhaps let's look at what is being done right.
In provinces like the East, like the West, the North, Limpopo, Northwest, Mpumalanga. Yeah. What we've emphasized is that doctors must be combat ready. They are on speed dial. If anything that you see that it might cause some challenge to these poor initiates, we are able to phone doctors immediately. They will jump in quickly to go and address whatever challenge that is there. And unfortunately, in the bogus school or illegal initiation school, they are afraid to call those doctors because they are aware that they will be indirectly reporting themselves that I have a school here which is not registered. In Mpumalanga, for example, I have made sure that in all the initiation schools, there must be no school that is not linked to any hospital or to any doctors. Hence, you'll see a week or two in Mpumalanga, all our initiates will come home healthy, all of them. More than 4,000, they'll be coming home. Now, the question is, why are other people not doing the same?
Yeah.
Because this thing of every winter season, every summer season, Flo and them will be reporting about the death at our initial schools. It is sickening because really, you can't keep quiet, Flo, and no parent will keep quiet. And even ordinary commentators, there is no way they can keep quiet when these innocent initiates are dying at our schools. And there are methods that can be put in place to avoid such, Flo.
All right, Kgoshi Mokoena, thank you very much for speaking to us. We appreciate your time.